Welcome, viewers. In a moment that has sent shockwaves through the media landscape, Bill Maher delivered a blistering critique of a woke guest during a recent episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. The exchange not only captivated the live audience but also sparked intense discussions across social media platforms, as Maher's unfiltered take challenged prevailing narratives about political correctness and social justice. The episode began with Maher welcoming a panel that included advocates for various social movements, eager to engage in a dialogue about the current state of politics and culture. However, as the conversation turned toward the topic of free speech and the impact of woke culture, Maher seized the opportunity to voice his concerns. "We're in a time where it feels like you can't say anything without being cancelled. Isn't that a problem?" he asked, setting the stage for a heated discussion. The guest, an outspoken advocate for progressive causes, immediately pushed back, arguing that sensitivity is essential in addressing systemic issues. "But Bill, we have to be mindful of the language we use. Words matter," they insisted, their tone passionate. Maher, undeterred, leaned in and replied, "Sure, words matter, but so does the ability to have open conversations without fear of reprisal. Are we really helping anyone if we can't talk about these issues?" The tension in the studio was palpable as Maher continued to challenge the guest's perspective. "You're saying we need to be careful about what we say, but at what point does that become censorship? It's not just about being nice, it's about being honest," he stated, his voice steady and commanding. The audience erupted in applause, clearly resonating with his perspective. Fans of Maher praised his willingness to tackle difficult subjects without sugarcoating his opinions. "Bill Maher just called it like it is. This is why I love his show," one viewer tweeted, while another added, "Finally, someone is standing up for free speech." As the discussion escalated, the guest attempted to redirect the conversation, emphasizing the importance of accountability in public discourse. "We need to hold people accountable for their words and actions, especially those in positions of power," they argued. Maher responded sharply, "Accountability is important, but it shouldn't come at the cost of stifling genuine dialogue. We can't solve problems if we're too afraid to talk about them." In a particularly striking moment, Maher referenced historical figures who have faced backlash for their controversial opinions. "Think about comedians and artists who pushed boundaries, people like George Carlin and Richard Pryor. They challenged societal norms, and that's what made them great," he exclaimed. The audience cheered, recognizing the significance of artistic freedom and the necessity of pushing boundaries in any vibrant society. As the segment continued, Maher emphasized the importance of nuance in discussions around complex societal issues. "It's not black and white, there are shades of gray that we need to explore," he stated. The guest, visibly flustered, struggled to respond, unable to counter Maher's compelling arguments. The overall atmosphere in the studio shifted, with many sensing that Maher had effectively cornered his opponent. As the episode came to a close, it was clear that Maher's unfiltered take had resonated deeply with viewers. The intense exchange not only highlighted the challenges of navigating contemporary political discourse but also underscored Maher's commitment to free speech and open dialogue. In the aftermath, discussions about the episode continued to flourish online, with many praising Maher for his bold stance. "This is the kind of conversation we need to have, one that isn't afraid to challenge popular opinions," one user remarked. The episode serves as a reminder of the vital role that platforms like Real Time play in fostering meaningful dialogue in an increasingly polarized world. In conclusion, Bill Maher's scathing critique of his woke guest has sparked a necessary conversation about the balance between sensitivity and free speech. As audiences continue to reflect on the implications of this exchange, it is clear that Maher's commitment to honest discourse remains as vital as ever in today's complex social landscape. With his fearless approach, Maher continues to challenge norms and provoke thought, ensuring that the conversation around free speech and accountability remains alive and well. Please, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.